A very good evening and welcome all, whoever is attending or listening to this podcast. We are having this Diabetes Awareness Month, and World Diabetes Day has been celebrated on 14th of November. So, in continuation with that series, we have very renowned pediatric gastroenterologist from Kanpur. Other than a gastro, she is my own gastro and a very good friend of mine, Dr. Jaya Agrawal. So I would like ma'am to brief something about herself. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Manisha, my dear friend. So, thank you for inviting me for this podcast. Uh, in brief about myself, I'm a pediatric gastroenterologist by profession, trained at SGPGI Lucknow and King's College Hospital, London. And I'll be happy to be of help to all the diabetics across listening to us in this session.
That's great, ma'am. Thank you. And what has prompted you? Like, what was the motivation behind? Why did you choose to become a gastro?
Because most of the diseases start from gut, be it the brain,
Yes.
be
People
it
are
your diabetes.
focusing. Yes.
Yes. In Hindi, I think it is a proverb from ages in our literature that "Jaisa khao an वैसा ho man," and it is stomach where the diseases start. So I think that was the main reason.
और उसके बाद एक ये भी तो कहावत है, अगर पुरुष का दिल जीतना हो तो उसके पेट तक जाते हैं, ऐसा कुछ है. That's
That is
again thing.
also
If
so
the woman
true.
cooks well, so husband might fall love, and generally they will be obese with central obesity, which is very common. I'm sure आपने देखा होगा, हम लोग जो जितने सारे अल्ट्रासाउंड होते हैं, स्पेशली जैसे बहुत सारे पेशेंट आते हैं, वी हैव मोर ऑफ diabetes and fatty liver, or metabolic associated fatty liver disease. The term has been changed, MAFLD, and steatosis and all those things. Like, मैं तो जनता को यही बोलती हूँ ज्यादातर कि हमारे यहाँ 90% तक फैटी लिवर होते हैं. वॉट्स योर एक्सपीरियंस कि आपने तो इतने सारे अल्ट्रासाउंड के रिपोर्ट्स देखते होंगे, तो उसमें आप बताओ आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस है.
दैट इज वेरी ट्रू कि इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट में सेंट्रल ओबेसिटी वेस्ट टू हिप रेशियो इज very deformed, and that is the reason for having lot of metabolic fatty liver diseases now across. And I think we can, by exercise, by our diet, reduce our waist hip ratio. That is going to have a long term outcome in improving our fatty liver. And yes, ultrasound is one of the modalities to diagnose fatty liver. But nowadays we have better modalities of diagnosing fatty liver in terms of fibroscan, which not only tells the fibrosis score, they also tell us about the fatty content by their CAP score. So don't just go by the ultrasound reports. Get a fibroscan too, if to get the right picture about the liver damage, which is more specific with fibroscan.
Okay, so fibroscan, ma'am, is usually available, readily available, like it's done across the um, pan India or.
The the usage is not very common, just like ultrasound. But yes, if you ask your specialist, your diabetologist, or your liver specialist, you can get it done across. It is now available at least in the metros, and you can get it done easily. And it's a non-invasive way.
Okay.
So that's helpful.
Okay. अब जैसे अगर हम ओबेसिटी और इसकी बात कर रहे हैं, तो आजकल एक बहुत सारे हॉर्मोन्स आ रहे हैं, GLP-1 एनालॉग्स, कि भाई ठीक है, विच इज वेरी कॉमनली एंड रेडिली प्रिस्क्राइब्ड अक्रॉस ग्लोब. सो व्हाट्स योर एक्सपीरियंस? आप तो इतना सब देखती रहती होगी ना, एंड आई एम श्योर आप गैस्ट्रिक बलूनिंग, ओबेसिटी एंड व्हाट ऑल द मेथड्स, तो मतलब कहाँ से स्टार्ट करें ओबेसिटी के ऊपर?
Obesity, uh, I think obesity is one of the cornerstones for diabetes. If you don't control your obesity, you are going to land up in diabetes sometime or the later. तो ओबेसिटी को अगर हम इनिशियल स्टार्ट probably आजकल adolescent age से ही start हो जाता है, where children eat lot of junk foods, have sedentary lifestyle, no exercise, lot of coke, lot of cold drinks, high sugary drinks. So it starts there, and initial phase, when it starts in the adolescent phase, lifestyle changes will help. But later, if it crosses a certain limit where BMI is more than 30, you probably will require a drug therapy, and at times endoscopic therapy also. So nowadays, a lot of good GLP-1 analog, which Dr. Manisha is very helpful in dealing with to all obese patients. That is one option. And added to that, we have now endoscopic bariatric procedures also, where we do the duodenal lining, where we do ballooning, which will help reduce the appetite and reduce weight.
मैम जैसे पीपल गो फॉर दिस बेरियाट्रिक सर्जरी, तो इसके जैसे इनिशियली तो वेट लॉस होता है, लेकिन आपके एक्सपीरियंस में वापस से वेट वेट गेन होने की प्रोबेबिलिटी भी होती है, या कौन से कॉम्प्लिकेशंस बहुत कॉमन है? मैंने तो रेमिशन भी सुना है, पीपल अंडरगो बेरियाट्रिक सर्जरी, देयर डायबिटीज गोज इनटू रेमिशन, लेकिन इवेंचुअली दे बिकम डायबिटिक, सो देयर इज अ टेंडेंसी फॉर देम टू ग्रो अगेन, सो व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन बिहाइंड?
The reason behind is the mentality and the lifestyle changes which have not been followed. If you get the surgery done, you, for the time being, you will modify your metabolism, you will drastically reduce your weight. But if you don't do the long-term management in terms of your diet, control, your uh, healthy lifestyle, eventually again the metabolism picks up and you again start gaining weight. So the key and cornerstone is going about the lifestyle changes along with the surgery. If you are planning a major bariatric surgery, you have to get yourself prepared psychologically, mentally, and physically to have a long way ahead rather than just short fix in terms of surgery.
Like the consistency and the lifestyle modification is much needed if at all you guys are planning any sort of medication in terms of हमें लाइफस्टाइल चेंज करना है, या हमें कोई भी GLP-1 या इतने सारे आजकल इंजेक्शंस अवेलेबल हैं वेट लॉस के, अगर हमें वो करना है, डाइट और एक्सरसाइज का कोई भी ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है कि हमने ये कर लिया
Right.
तो हम ये नहीं कर सकते, तो इवेंचुअली यस यू हैव टू फॉलो सर्टेन रूल्स, और उसके साथ स्टिक रहना है, बी कंसिस्टेंट वॉट एवर यू आर प्लानिंग टू फॉलो। सो मैम लाइक डायबिटीज में हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा सुनते हैं कि कॉन्स्टिपेशन, डायरिया बहुत कॉमन है, बहुत कॉमन है, तो आपके एक्सपीरियंस में जैसे कुछ नहीं मैनेज होता है, क्रॉनिक कॉन्स्टिपेशन आर वेरी टफ टू डील विद, उसमें nothing works, nothing, and patient will come up with very different descriptions which is not common to us. They will come in like, ma'am इतना ताकत लगा रहे हैं. Today I came across a patient जो 12 दिन से she has not gone for motion, so I was literally wondering, and she is undergoing this paralysis, catheter in C2, and she has not passed motion since 12 days. So like इतना क्रॉनिक कॉन्स्टिपेशन के लिए फिर क्या करना चाहिए?
Right, Manisha. I think first of all, they should check diabetologist regarding their good sugar control. That is the first and foremost. If that is sorted, that good sugar control is there, then you need medications as well as a lot of dietary changes. So dietary changes, may I always advise them high fiber food, but what is exactly high fiber food? One needs to know. So in short, you should avoid all refined items made of maida, all highly processed items which are available in packets in market. Take a lot of vegetables, green leafy vegetables, lot of fruits. Take a lot of drinks like water, not the sugary drinks. Increase your water intake, and fruits and salads. They are the cornerstone. Fruits should not be in the form of fruit juices. They should be in the form of with the pulp, with the peel. Apple, if you are taking with the peel. Fruits with seeds like guava, they are helpful. They have an pomegranate. They have a lot of fiber, and then a lot of salad, green salads. they help with lot of fiber content. Increase the fiber content in the diet, that is first. Second is have a good laxative. Nowadays, lot of laxatives are available for the treatment, which will be in the form of polyethylene glycol, which can be the lubiprostone, which can be prochloropide, which your gastroenterologist or your treating physician can. So in that way, a lot of medications are available, but if you don't go with the diet changes, medicine alone won't work. So one should understand that as well.
Okay. So diet and medicine they go together. अगर हमें अच्छा रहना, अपनी गट को अच्छा रखना है, तो ये सब चीजें फॉलो करनी है. सो डाइट आपका बहुत ही मेजर रोल प्ले करता है. इनफैक्ट हम भी बोलते हैं कि बहुत सारे जो लोग जूस पी लेते हैं, उसे ग्लाइसेमिक इंडेक्स बहुत ज्यादा होता है, उसे सडन स्पाइक होता है. सो बेटर टू कंज्यूम फ्रूट्स so that you will be able to consume more of fibers also, and that helps with your gut health. Ma'am, a little comment about type 1 and celiac. Like type 1 is an autoimmune disorder where insulin is needed throughout. लेकिन कुछ टाइप 1 बच्चे होते हैं जिनको सीलियक भी हो जाता है, जिसमें गेहूं से एलर्जी होती है. दैट्स अगेन अनदर ऑटोइम्यून डिसऑर्डर. So they usually come to you to confirm the diagnosis. So what all things needs to be done, and how do you diagnose, and what all the tests they need to actually undergo with that?
That's a very hot burning topic, I think, in type 1 diabetes nowadays. One shouldn't miss the diagnosis of disease and should suspect celiac disease at the outset only when the type 1 diagnosis is made by the physician. Why? Because almost 5 to 15% of type 1 diabetics have celiac disease. So if with the primary treatment of type 1 diabetes, the sugars are not getting control, or in the screening part itself, one should get a TTG, that's a blood test done to diagnose celiac disease and get it confirmed later with endoscopic biopsies. That is the key. You shouldn't miss the endoscopic part. And once that is done, endoscopic biopsy is done, then alone you can confirm the diagnosis of celiac disease. And the beauty is that with just the diet modification, your sugars get controlled, which were not getting controlled despite insulin, good insulin doses by your diabetologist. So suspect, and once you have the celiac diagnosis properly managed, you will see the results, the how well the child grows and how well his sugar gets controlled. So a message across to all parents of type 1 diabetics and the diabetologists who are looking after, please look for celiac disease in such patients.
मैम इसमें एक दो तरीके के टेस्ट होते हैं, आईजीजी और आईजीए. तो कौन सा वाला कराना है? मेरे पास बहुत सारे, हर बार ये क्वेश्चन आता है, मैम टीटीजी तो लिख दिया, लेकिन करना क्या है?
So right. So IgA TTG is the most commonly used and most commonly available, and that is based on the gut, because IgA is the is the antibody which is present in gut, and we are looking for the IgA based tissue transglutaminase antibody. IgG TTG is done especially in settings where you have IgA deficient, where immunoglobulin A levels are low. So not a routine practice, which should be done by a specialist only. For a screening purpose across, I think IgA TTG should be done.
And how frequently you should do it?
So once you have a diagnosis of confirmed diagnosis of celiac disease after a positive TTG and a endoscopic biopsy, it depends on the clinician who is following with you up. Ideally, within 6 months to 1 year of strict gluten-free diet, the TTG should come as negative, and it should be followed up yearly to 6 months with the physician to check the compliance of the gluten-free diet.
Okay.
And I have seen sometimes patients asking, "Ki now our TTG is negative, now should we start gluten?" It is negative because you have already put yourself on gluten-free diet. Once you start having gluten, it will again come positive. So don't try that. It's a lifelong disease where you have to be on gluten-free diet.
ओके मैम, जैसे हम लोग तो अपनी भाषा में बोल देते हैं गेहूं जौ ज्वार नहीं खाना है, विच इज मतलब कंटेन्स सो मच ऑफ ग्लूटेन, और हम लोग प्रिकॉशन लेने के लिए भी बोलते हैं. लेकिन जो बच्चे होते हैं ना, उनका तो मतलब मैनेज करना थोड़ा सा टास्क हो जाता है कि भाई चावल कितना खिलाएंगे. फिर चावल में भी आजकल स्पेशली नॉर्थ साइड में ये बहुत कॉमन है कि चावल खाने से शुगर भागता है, तो ये मिथ है। सो हाउ डू हैंडल बिटवीन कार्ब्स, कि भाई गेहूं खाना है या चावल खाना है, क्योंकि आपको तो दोनों जगह का एक्सपीरियंस है, यू वर इन हैदराबाद एशियन गैस्ट्रो इंस्टीट्यूट। सो लाइक वहां पे भी सेम यही होता होगा कि रोटी नहीं खानी है, चावल खाना है, मैदा खाना है, सो ये कैसे मैनेज करना है?
सो साउथ में तो बहुत इजी है बिकॉज दे नो ओनली राइस। एंड
हम्म।
आई टेल माई पेशेंट्स यहाँ पर नॉर्थ इंडिया में कि साउथ में पीपल देर डोंट ईट रोटी, सो इट इज नॉट दैट दे आर इन एनी वे लेस. So, rice, yes, is a staple food for celiac disease because you are not allowed to eat gluten, which is in gehu. But carb control with rice, and it's not only just the rice. You are allowed other items like pulses. You are allowed vegetables. You are allowed other flour items like singade ka atta, kuttu ka atta.
हम्म।
So you can try all that, and rice is not going just by eating rice, which is carb, you are not going to shoot your blood sugar. That's a myth. So that has to be explained.
राइट। एक सवाल कि भाई आजकल बहुत सारे गट हेल्थ के बारे में बहुत सारे ड्रिंक्स मिलते हैं, आई विल नॉट टेक द नेम हियर, लेकिन मार्केट में बहुत सारी चीजें आ रही है, इम्प्रूव योर गट हेल्थ, फाइबर्स, और कुछ लिक्विड्स भी आते हैं। सो डू यू रियली प्रमोट दैट? बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ सेलिब्रिटीज दे कम विद एड कि भाई ठीक है, take it. So how do you, how, I am sure patient will be asking you after googling it for so much.
Yes, yes. Probiotics are a big hype nowadays
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of celebrities are uh, taking them into advertisement and all that. Probiotics are good, there's no doubt on that, but I'm not in favor of those commercialized items. Even simple food items in our diet, like curd, like chach, like pickles, like dosa batter, like idli, they also do wonders because they also have a lot of good bacteria. You don't need to buy expensive commercial item drink to have good bacteria. And I am not sure all these commercial drinks, those who advertise those good bacteria, actually, by the time they come to us, do they actually have those surviving bacteria also or not? Because all these are very temperature labile bacteria. The amount of bacteria we are not going to count in our home, but most of them, I am sure 90-95% die by the time they reaches us from the factory to our home due to temperature variations, due to transport and all that. So it is better to have home based, which are fresh things, which we are sure that they are having live bacteria, because it is only the live bacteria which works. If you have bacteria which are dead in your commercial drinks, it's not going to help.
हम्म। ओके मैम, एक क्वेश्चन, जैसे बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स में ना आईबीएस इज वेरी कॉमन, विद डायबिटीज
Mhm.
आल्सो आईबीएस इज वेरी कॉमन। तो ये एक डिसीज है या सिर्फ गट ब्रेन एक्सेस का है, कोई समथिंग डिसऑर्डर, लेकिन ये ठीक ही नहीं होता है?
So there are two things which patients sometimes get confused. One is IBD, that is inflammatory bowel disease. कई कुछ physicians में भी ये doubt रहता है, तो I would like to clear that inflammatory bowel disease constitutes of organic disease, इसमें Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, serious disorders of intestine which require proper treatment by the specialist. But there is one other entity, that is irritable bowel syndrome, which is non-organic. There is no actual pathological thing which is lying in the intestine, but there is a lot of symptoms. The patient has bloating, has constipation, has off and on diarrhea, abdominal distension. All these symptoms are there, but actually, biologically, there is no other thing going on. But the problem is there, and what the problem is, it's the gut-brain axis which is mismanaged by the patient himself. So these patients not only need proper counseling, proper diet, they need at times need medications for making their mind a little slower, cooler, and at times a meditation and all these relaxation exercise work more than a medication alone. So it is the hyper excitability of neurons in the brain which is causing problems in the gut. That is a simple way to explain. So
ओके।
calm down your nerve, have physical routine, good physical routine, and follow with your doctor for the diabetes control. This should be the treatment
So
plan.
sugar control, diet, meditation, lifestyle changes, exercise and all. So ma'am, one final message to the viewers. अपने पेट को कैसे अच्छा रखना है so your skin also glows, it reflects on your entire well-being.
So healthy diet, exercise, and following your diabetologist prescription are the key, I would say.
तो भाई खुश रहिए, अपना अपना स्वास्थ्य का ध्यान रखिए, अननेसेसरी डॉक्टर से जब अपॉइंटमेंट शेड्यूल हो प्लीज गो एंड विजिट, अवेयर रहिए और शुगर मॉनिटर करते रहिए. थैंक यू सो
And
मच
have good
फॉर,
sleep.
यस, हैव गुड स्लीप आल्सो बिकॉज नींद अच्छी है तो सारा दिन अच्छा है. बिकॉज डायबिटीज, ओबेसिटी, ऑब्स्ट्रक्टिव स्लीप एपनिया, सो एंटायर डे गोज फॉर अ टॉस. अगर आपका नींद ही पूरा नहीं हुआ सो एंटायर डे फीलिंग लेथार्जिक. तो वेट मेंटेन रखिए, शुगर का ध्यान रखिए as this is diabetes awareness month. So take good care of yourself. Thank you so much ma'am for your precious time. Thank you. And from the viewers, thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you. Okay ma'am, bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.